Hi guys and gals, it's John
And Emily
from AFK Books and Records in beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia, and we have so much cool stuff to show you today. We're going to kick it off with this piece right here, which actually has like 8 different pieces with it.
There's
because it's so
cool.
Piece. Oh, the frontispiece. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna tell you what this is. This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Petrodragonic Apocalypse or Dawn of Eternal Night, an annihilation of planet Earth, and the beginning of merciless damnation. Let me repeat, in case you missed that, it's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Petrodragonic Apocalypse or Dawn of Eternal Night, an annihilation of planet Earth and the beginning of merciless domination. Everybody get that? Okay. Unlimited Lucky Rainbow Wax, as Emily has shown you, with embossed dragon jacket. Very embossed right here. You can feel the dragon if you want to pet the dragon at any time. It's here for you. It has printed inners, a bonus poster. Look at this. Look at those cool Australian prolific dudes. Wow. Absolutely amazing. So King Gizzard, only have a few of these left with the poster. We'll obviously order more of the wax, but the posters are limited and a couple of them came damaged, so that limited the amount that we can show you. All right, next up we've got, ta-da!
A jazz sticker.
A jazz sticker.
So it's actually Taylor Swift Speak Now Taylor's version. We're super excited to speak now about a product that you can listen then to tomorrow when it rolls in from our pals at UPS. We'll have the super pretty 3LP orchid vinyl flavor, double CD, or double cassette. All versions will include 22 songs, 6 of which are previously unreleased songs from her vault. Call or message for dibs. We'll have plenty of the vinyl, but the CD and cassette are a little bit more limited, so if you want one of those, definitely hit us up as soon as possible. Let us know so we can put you down for that.
Sweet. Next up, Mr. Phil Collins, No Jacket Required, the 1985 chart-dominating album with smash hits like One More Night, Studio, Take Me Home, Don't Lose My Number, and more. This is a limited crystal clear variant pressed just for Atlantic's 75th birthday. Happy birthday, Atlantic, and many more to you, Philip.
Next up is In Excess, Kick, New Sensation, The Devil Inside, Need You Tonight, Never Tear Us Apart, Australia, High Cheekbones, Great Hair, limited crystal clear for Atlantic 75th.
All the Australians with great hair. There's a lot of that here today. The Game, G-A-M-E, is 2006 follow-up to the Dr. Dre produced The Documentary. He preaches the hardcore gospel with as much fervor as his predecessor, serving up narratives of street hustling hardships as gritty and lean as any of his contemporaries. On vinyl for the very first time, indie exclusive, pressed on white. The Game.
Next up is The Dog Pound, Cali is Active, the fourth studio album by the rap group, originally released in 2006. Besides Daz and Corrupt, the album also features the Dog Pound family, Snoop Dogg, Superfly, Nate Dogg, RBX and Lady of Rage, and David Banner, Ice Cube, and Paul Wall, indie exclusive blue.
Next up, Sun Ra, the space age is here to stay. Across the history of jazz, there is no wilder, more future-forward composer and performer than Herman Poole Blount, aka Sun Ra. This is the very first collection of his vocal tracks, 2 albums worth of mind-blowing tunes from the mind of the man from Saturn himself. Pressed on lunar blue vinyl, featuring artwork by the king of space age art himself, Chesley Bonestell, and includes extensive liner notes from Charles Blass of Sun Radio. Look at that amazing art. Sun Ra.
Next up is Local Natives, Time Will Wait for No One. The newest venture from the indie rock band comes at a time of personal metamorphosis. Former selves melting away, some becoming fathers, some enduring periods of isolation, loss, and identity crisis. It is a mantra of reassurance in response to relentless changes. Indie exclusive Canary Yellow vinyl.
Nice. Next up, we got Jackson Dean, Greenbroke. The fast-rising singer-songwriter is earning a reputation for his old-school, gritty outlaw style of country, featuring a breakout year that landed him on a slew of artists-to-watch lists. He burst on the scene, showing people how real music can be with this, his atmospheric, musically forward debut album on clear, smoky vinyl. Jackson Dean.
Next, Still Beating Down Babylon, a tribute to Junior Biles. Earl Chinna Smith, whose contributions to reggae as a guitarist are legendary, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Lee Scratch Perry, just to name a few, has taken the role in the producer's chair for this tribute to the living legend Junior Biles and this album fundraiser to benefit the elder reggae statesman and his family through these turbulent times.
Nice. Hootie, Bluefish, Cracked Rear View, the 1994 21 times platinum debut album, pressed on limited edition crystal clear in celebration of Atlantic Records' 75th birthday.
Hootie. Bluefish.
Hootie. Blue. Did I say
Past-
bluefish?
you said
I said
past
blowfish.
tense. Past tense of
I
blowfish
didn't-
is bluefish.
There you go. Actually, I saw him at the Rolling Stones concert. How crazy cool is that?
That's cool. Was he performing or was
he wasn't
there?
performing. He was in the crowd
That's
in,
cool.
in Las Vegas. He knew one of the other record store owners that went to the show, and I was like, there is. That's so cool.
Next is Camp Lavender Days, the fourth album from the Ohio folk band, originally released last year. Gets a pretty color repress on orchid and tangerine wax.
Next up, we got Pajamas Harvey, also known as PJ Harvey. I Inside the Old Year Dying. Her 10th studio album marks her first release in 7 years. On this album, which was recorded with long-time creative collaborators John Parrish and Flood, she built a sonic universe somehow located in a space between life's opposites and between recent history and the ancient past.
Next up is Vish, Story of Ghost. Their 7th studio album, originally released in '98, features an emphasis on the jazz funk influenced cow-funk style, which the group had been experimenting with in concert throughout '97 and '98. Mastered by Chris Bellman at Burning Grumman Mastering and pressed on Big Secret Split black and red wax.
Next up, we got the Screamin' Females, Rose Mountain. The New Jersey punk trio had such a clear goal for their new album that it became almost a mantra. So many mantras. They wanted songs that were concise, crisp, and melodic. That's exactly what they delivered on their 6th LP. This is on rose-colored vinyl and limited to just 750 copies worldwide. It's really good. Check it out.
Next up is Rough Guide to Slide Guitar Blues. From the very start, blues guitarists forge an irresistible partnership with the slide, the sound of which epitomizes the very essence of the genre. This rough guide highlights the revolutionary players who pioneered this most captivating of styles during the early recorded heyday of the blues. Blind Willie Johnson, Blind Willie McDowell, Son House, Charlie Patton, and more.
All right. Next up, we got Group Love, I Want It All Right Now, the 5th album from the Los Angeles indie pop band and their first on Glass Note Records. They blend a quirky 90s style indie rock sensibility with a spirited arena-ready roar on limited edition pink vinyl.
Next up is Hank Mobley, A Caddy for Daddy. Recorded by RVG in 1965 and released in 1967. It features performances with trumpeter Lee Morgan, trombonist Curtis Fuller, pianist McCoy Tyner, bassist Bob Granshaw, and drummer Billy Higgins. All music rates at a stellar 4.5 stars out of 5. Some trivia: the most expensive album we've sold in the last 13 years was Hank Mobley's debut at just over 5 Clevelands.
And Cleveland's aren't around anymore, but if you know,
Yeah.
Cleveland's a lot. So there you go.
There you go. More trivia. Hank released 7 full-length jazz albums in 1957, making him one of the King Gizzards of jazz, bested only by Jimmy Smith, who released 8 that year.
Crazy. Jackson Browne, Running on Empty, includes remastered versions of the classic title track, plus other gems like Jackson's killer falsetto on Stay, all recorded in natural settings such as a Holiday Inn hotel room, a backstage rehearsal space, a tour bus, and a stage. Very natural.
Next, Overkill, WFO, to the classic 1997 thrash album mastered at half speed with a slight stutter and pressed on clear marble wax.
See, it says so right there. The. It's like the band. Maybe they were on it. I don't know.
So.
Betty Savert, Palomine, the debut album from the Dutch indie rock band, gets its first vinyl pressing since its initial release in 1993. Rolling Stone says it's as untamed and free as pop gets. It's a 30th anniversary edition on transparent orange with a bonus Brain Tag 7-inch. Betty.
Next up, we have the Bill Evans Trio, Waltz for Debbie. The 4th and final album by one of the most influential groups in jazz history was originally released in 1962 as a companion to Sunday at the Village Vanguard. Original Jazz Classic Series is pressed on 180-gram vinyl at RTI with all analog mastering from the original tapes by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio and presented in a tip-on jacket.
Swanky. Next up and last up, we got Pussifer, Don't Shoot the Messenger, the first EP from Maynard's side project, released in 2007. Features 4 tracks on the A side and B side etching pressed on opaque gold vinyl. So that's what we've got. Amazing buybacks this week, which you've seen throughout the week. We'll show you the stuff that we got yesterday. We got a pretty good stack and a bunch of new releases rolling in today and tomorrow. little bit laggy on that just because of the holiday this week, but so there's going to be a ton of stuff showing up tomorrow. We'll probably do another video at some point just to show you all the other cool stuff we got in. Tomorrow is Taylor Swift Day. We are super excited for that. We'll be calling you if you got a pre-order. If not, if you want dibs, let us know. Look forward to an announcement sometime tomorrow afternoon about our next listening event, which will be pretty cool. Not Taylor Swift, sorry, but hey. but they're
pretty cool.
adjacent. It's adjacent. See you guys soon. Much love. Bye.
Bye.